Hey guys, it's Hunter back with another video. This time, let's take a look at this monster of a high gain amp, the Jet City 100 HDM. After playing the Custom 22 and the Custom 5, I was incredibly psyched to try another Jet City amp, in particular this 100 HDM. It's one of the most popular Jet City amps, and I can tell you now the hype is justified. Now, the amp circuit was designed by Mike Soldano, who is of course famous for designing Soldano amps, including the Hot Rod and the SLO. So that's the kind of pedigree the 100 HDM hails from. Starting with the aesthetics, this amp definitely looks like something built for high gain rock. The open grill plate lets you see the glow of the tubes, while the interior is illuminated by the internal blue LED, and altogether it just looks really, really cool. Now, looks are all good, but tone is where it really counts, and that is where the 100 HDM impresses the most. The controls are really simple, so dialing in a great tone is an absolute breeze. There's shared EQ, presence, and depth controls, while gain and volume controls are separate for each channel. There's also a switch to move between 100 watts and 50 watts for less volume and quicker breakup. Each of the chicken head knobs are pretty massive, relatively speaking, so making adjustments even on a dark stage shouldn't be a problem. While I haven't heard many glowing reviews of cleans in any Soldano-based amp, I was actually pleasantly surprised with the 100 HDM. With the gain down to about 1 and the volume rolled back a bit on the crunch channel, they're actually really nice. The overdrive channel is where this amp really shines though, and my god does it shine. It's loud, it's dirty, it's ballsy, it's just amazing. It's got this mean, grainy gritness. In terms of tightness, I'd put it somewhere between a dual rectifier and a 5150, and it is one of the brighter high gain amps that I've played through. The end result is an amp that is fantastic for hard rock and really shines through in a mix. It's also got more than enough gain for a great dirty metal tone, especially if you've got a tube screamer in front to tighten up palm mutes. If there's one thing about this amp, it's that the effects loop can be pretty sensitive about what it likes, and it didn't like the delay and chorus pedals that I normally use. When I hooked them up, the volume dropped and I lost a lot of the tone that I like so much about this amp. So if you rely a lot on pedals in the loop, you may want to do a little bit of research first to make sure that they're compatible. In the end, this is a 100 watt all tube Soldano designed beast. This amp is an absolute monster, and it goes for under $1,000, which is just unreal. Saki Vengeance from Avenged Sevenfold can afford any amp on the market, and he chooses the 100 HDM, so that should say a lot. This is not your run-of-the-mill affordable tube amp. There is so much tone here for the dollar. Definitely check one out. I'll leave links in the description. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It only takes a second and it really helps me out. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button for more gear demos like this one. Thanks to Doug from Jet City for sending this out. If you guys have any questions about this or any other Jet City amp, Doug is super helpful and also easy to get a hold of, so don't be afraid to reach out. As usual, Pad did an awesome job on the mix, including the ridiculous reverse reverb on the snare at the beginning. His contact details are in the description as well. As always, thanks so much for watching. You've been awesome. This is the Jet City 100 HDM, and I'll see you for the next video.